All right, guys, so your underlying energy is the seven of cups. So the seven of cups does indicate here that there is a lot of options available to you, a lot of really appealing offers especially, but I do get the sense that you may need to look at them a little closely. They can be, nice and fancy and wonderful in the beginning, especially in the surface, but you don't really want to just go ahead and pick something off of how it looks. I feel like you might want to delve deep and really look past the glitz and glamour. And the reason why you have all these options, is I feel like it's because you do know what you want. I do feel like you have possibly manifested or have an idea of what you want to manifest. You have your heart's desire already all planned out, but you just have to pick which path you'd like to take or which cup serves you the most, okay? This also is talking about imagination as well and dreams. So for a lot of you guys could be having a lot more dreams. You guys could be, dating someone or in a relationship with someone that feels wonderful, but, you still want to get to know the person. You don't want to just kind of go off of just based off, just strictly feeling. Now, for the current situation, you have the High Priestess. So this is talking about trusting intuition, going with the flow. Most importantly, though, is really relying on your instincts, rather. I do get the sense that there may be some secrets, maybe some things that are not being said 100%, and I think there is something that's underlying that's not being said. I don't think there's lies, but I feel like there is something that's being held back. Either this could be you or the person that you're dealing with. They're not really necessarily open at 100%. Explains the Seven of Cups, right? There's a lot of wonderful things. You guys have great chemistry, but then there's some things that still are a little bit, hard to see or not really blatantly, obvious, but they need to kind of be addressed, right? They need to have some, you need to look at it and see it clearly. And I think this is what you guys want as your goal. You have the Sun. So the Sun is really indicating here that you want clarity. The Seven of Cups is not a very clear energy. It's actually, there's a lot of options ahead. There's a lot of things that look appealing, but you don't really know what they truly offer, what the real value of everything is, what does it really lead to, right? You could get a pearl necklace, but does it give you anything back? Not really, right? So you want to really look at things and you want to see all sides, all angles. So when the Sun comes up, you want clarity, but you also want that clarity to lead you to the potential, to a potential path of happiness. The thing that's keeping you from clarity here is the Nine of Pentacles, which is very interesting. Perhaps you guys are kind of locked in your gilded cage. Maybe you're afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Or that this is an opportunity, or this is a situation where you're maybe you're bored, or you're just kind of, maybe you don't feel very confident in your ability to see the things that are clear. Honestly, I really feel like mostly, the story that I'm really feeling like it's really drawing me to is the fact that you guys are probably feeling very comfortable in the area that you're in. You're very, happy with where you are. Not necessarily really wanting to move, and I know that really seeing things around you, seeing these opportunities, these offers are wonderful, but then having to kind of delve deep is going to have to require you to kind of step out of your comfort zone to see what's going on. I think for some of you guys also this could be confidence, but also being kind of stuck in a gilded cage. Okay. And the reason why Temperance is coming up is because you have Temperance here. Temperance is talking about balance, managing things, divine timing, taking things slow. So I think the reason why you aren't able to see everything clearly possibly has a lot to do with you feeling very, feeling like you don't really necessarily want to leave your comfort zone. It's because you kind of developed a good flow. There's things that have been happening in the right moments for you because you've been, you've had everything in a stable pattern. So I feel like, there's a major arcana here. So stepping outside your comfort zone is at risk, especially when things, you've gotten to a place where you felt very good about where you are. Okay. Now, in your advice, you guys have judgment, rather. Judgment really indicates here that there is a definite need to change. There's some definite transformational situations are happening. And I feel like it's saying that it's time to it's a call to action, right? It's time to do what you feel like you were, destined to do. And I feel like this is because you've been through a lot. You've gone through a really seriously long journey with the Nine of Pentacles here. That's a long, dedicated process of, towards effort and growth and abundance. But now it's time to take action reflective on the journey that you've been through. And I feel like that this time is what's going to help make the clarity happen for you, or open the doors for you to be able to figure out what's going on in your love life, to figure out what the offers that are being presented to you are really like, to help you see things clearly and not just in a very romantic fantasy kind of like way. So there's a call to action that's happening here, a call to action that is asking you to take right now for the benefit of your growth and abundance, because you can't stay at the Nine of Pentacles forever, right? Now, for your emotions, you have the Emperor. So the Emperor is talking about stubbornness, his way of the highway, taking control. And there's nothing wrong with taking control. I feel like you have control of your life, and it's a really good sign. I feel like that's absolutely excellent. Not elephant, but absolutely excellent. But the thing is, you could get somewhat stubborn and don't want to move, don't want to kind of change anything. You like the way that things are going. So that this situation may need to change in order for things to kind of show its light. If you constantly kind of hold on to control, you may end up kind of, having to deal with a situation that's remaining to be confusing or could possibly get worse, right? But I feel like you guys are feeling in control of your life. You feel very empowered. This is your card, guys. The Emperor is the card for Aries and for Mars. So I feel like you guys are definitely feeling your energy here. Now, what your hopes and fears is the Two of Wands. So it's not necessarily making a decision, but going ahead and taking action on that decision making. Because the Two of Wands is just as much action as it is decision making. So I feel like you guys want to go ahead and do something. Just pick something and go. I feel like you're in a situation where you are bored. You kind of, yes, this is your comfort zone. You like it here and everything like that, but you're still super bored. So I get the sense that in order for you to gain clarity, you have to move out of your comfort zone and trust that you'll be able to handle the things outside of it to succeed, to be able to get out of this funk of being bored. Okay, but with the Two of Wands there, I feel like the fear is necessarily making the wrong decision and having to do something that you no longer feel passionate about, where the fire or the flame will die out before you're even really doing anything exciting. I don't think this is the case, though. I feel like for a lot of you guys, whatever decision you make, you guys will find the excitement, the passion, and the drive to continue to push through it till you get to the Three of Wands, right? Which is waiting for a response, waiting for your manifestation to take action, further action to get to the Four of Wands. So with the Two of Wands here, I really feel like the fear is making the wrong decision, or making a decision on where you feel like the flame will die out, not really knowing which path to take, and honestly the work that's required of you to kind of to continue this path. Now, for your outcome, you guys have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is someone that's very romantic, very, the ideal partner. This is also someone that could be younger than you, considering that you guys are coming up as the Emperor. You guys are seen as, you're being seen here as very mature. The Knight of Cups is someone that is very, like I said, very young. They can be very young. They can be the ideal lover. However, they have a problem with following through with certain things or promises that they say, or they keep, or they commit to, rather. Or they say that they're going to do something, they follow through. Like, they say things in the moment and they never lie, but they just don't have a good follow through practice. Now, for a lot of you guys, maybe this is you guys focusing on your heart's desire and going for it, right? You guys are driven and ready to go after what it is that you truly love and truly want to express your love to. For a lot of you guys, this could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that enters your life, or if it's not the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or any water sign at all, this could be indicating that somebody could be coming in with an offer of love to you because you allowed yourself to be open, right? To open up to receive love. Because right now, the thing that's keeping you from clarity is you're closed up. You're in your own environment. You're not really wanting to stress outside of your comfort zone, but allowing yourself to open up and take charge and step outside of your comfort zone, which is that transformation, right? That taking that call to action to do something, that's what's going to be able to bring love into your heart, but you have to be open to it first, okay? Now let me go ahead and pull you guys your romance angels for this week. Okay, and your romance angels card is You deserve love. Amen. You are lovable. And that is absolutely the truth. Maybe the reason why you're stuck in you feel like you can't leave your comfort zone, or you feel uncomfortable leaving your comfort zone, is because you've built up a certain love or peak for yourself, and where you're happy where you are, you feel confident where you are, you're comfortable being single and not really trusting someone else with your emotions. But you deserve to expand yourself. Love isn't just like from yourself. You get to receive it as well. You manifest love for yourself. You have love for yourself. It'll manifest itself in the physical world. And I feel like the abundance is what's coming your way, but it's about making a call, picking the path in which makes you feel happy, and going with it. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what your whispers of love is saying for the week as well. Okay, you guys have demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. Wow. That is interesting. So, and it makes sense with the Knight of Cups and your outcome as well. You know what you love, you know what your heart's desire is, and you go after it. You focus on it, you go after it. And that is the beauty of the Knight of Cups in itself, because he knows what he wants. He knows who to give his cup to, and he knows very well how to express that. So, that is the call to action as well, with judgment in your advice, taking the action to go out and make that step, take that chance, and go ahead and make the initiative, and go ahead and say yes, or do, initiate some sort of love, new beginning here. I know I don't see a new beginning with you guys here, but I feel like the options are pretty much pointing you in the direction of love. And if there's anything here that's really signifying to you that there is, the love is an option, and this, I feel like really what everything is saying is that making a decision about the cups that you have here is the best way to begin new love for you, to really help, to help blossom and grow more, to get you to the 10 of Pentacles rather than just the 9. Okay. I feel like you guys have done a lot of work, you manifested it, brought it to fruition, and now it's your opportunity to make a decision about what it is that truly makes you happy. If this is this person here, or whatever, if this is career, if this is, life path, either way, taking your time looking at your situation, making sure that this is exactly what you want, and then making the effort to go and do it, that is what's going to make this whole situation amazing. But you have to take a chance, and you have to go ahead and make that call to action. You have to do what you've been trained, not necessarily trained to do, but what you've learned through this long journey, right? Whatever you learned through this long journey, you're ready to apply that perspective now to really do something about it this time, okay? Because this is the second time around, right? You do have a chance to become reborn, because this is a new you. You're no longer the same person back then. So whatever decision you make, you will handle it differently. So don't believe that you'll handle something in the past the same way.